What's up, everybody? Rothstein here, Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, a.k.a. Michael Snackson, a.k.a. Bay O. Wolf, a.k.a. Malcolm Excellence, a.k.a. Hacksaw Jim Thuggett. I got more. You want me to go? A.k.a. Famelo Ball, a.k.a. Blammy Davis Jr., okay? And today is Saturday. What is it, March 12th? 2022. It's about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the beautiful, lovely Queen City, a.k.a. the Republic of Cincinnati. It's cold as a motherfucker out here today. Yesterday, 24 hours ago, Cass was wearing shorts. 12 hours later, it snowed, and now it's still cold in the month. But I digress. But as you know, this is a show about sports betting, so if you feel like you have a gambling problem, please do not listen to this show. Please contact your state or your local Gamblers Anonymous Association hotline, and hopefully they can get you the services you feel you need. Before I continue, just let me tell you, you can catch the podcast. There is a podcast today. It'll be up in about an hour on you can follow it on Anchor.fm, that app, or Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Podcasts, Spotify, Fame Rothstein, the Fame Rothstein Sports Investing Show, okay? And a couple other things. Do me a favor, like and subscribe this show, please. Definitely subscribe. Hit that like button, though, as they say, smash the likes. You know, subscribe. Hit that notification bell for me. And also, leave comments, but definitely share the content, okay? Share the content on this show, but definitely like and subscribe as well, okay? I got some, and one more thing. Even though it's cold in the motherfucker, I'm wearing a skull cap, it's still bucket low like fuck it, though, all right? It's just too cold to wear that. But listen, we got a couple things we're going to talk about. I got action today. I've got action. Okay, but I want to talk a little quick, real shorty about, what's his name? Ryan Coogler? The director of the movie Black Panther. And I want to say he did a couple other joints, too. I want to say he did Fruitvale Station, that Oscar Grant movie out there in Oakland, where the guy was shot in the back by the cop who was allegedly reaching for a taser. Thought he was reaching for a taser and then shot the guy in the back. But yeah, Ryan Coogler, he was in a Bank of America. I forget where he was, probably LA, I don't know. But regardless, you know, Bank of America, what, fourth biggest bank in the country? Yeah, like, you know, one of the top banks in the country. You know, I think they're like, what, third or fourth in the country and eighth in the world or something like that. But yeah, he's at a Bank of America and he's dressed in COVID clothes. You know, he's dressed head to toe. You can barely see him. And he's in there and he hands him a note. I think the amount was 12 grand. And some shit went down. I think he got detained or whatever. They thought he was robbing the bank or something like that. Comes to find out he owns an account. He gave him, you know, the proper identification, his and the bank account number and whatnot, and the shit still went down. And I'm here to tell you that, motherfucker, don't cause your own misery claiming other shit. Ain't nobody bothered you on that one. You caused that yourself. First of all, if you go see that, granted, I didn't hear the phone call. Only saw parts of the video. And the part I saw of the video, he looked like an asshole. You can't see, you know, he's got a face mask, you know, a COVID mask on. Where you cover up your shit. Your face and whatnot from your ears, hospital mask, whatever. You know, he's got on one of those. So you can't really see his eyes or his mouth or anything. He's got on a hat. And he might have had on sunglasses, but he might have not. I don't remember. But I just remember seeing that video thinking like, you wearing too much in a bank. Like, if one thing's for sure, two things for certain. You don't fuck around kids or a bank. Shit's gonna go down if you do that. You can't do that type of shit. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know how true this is, but I read or heard that he asked for a certain denomination from the bank. This many hundreds, this much in 50s or whatnot. Like, bruh, what is you doing? But 12 grand, it's not necessarily the biggest amount, but it's an alert for a bank that a customer is walking in asking for 12 grand, from their account or whatnot. Dude, you're a Hollywood director. You don't have somebody to call. Maybe yourself, one of your homies, your wife, somebody, your lover, whoever, to call the bank and say, hey, I own this account. Oh, hi, you're Ryan Coogler. Are you yeah, that's me. Hey, I'm going to come there and get 12 grand for my account. Can you get it ready for me so I don't have to wait? And it's going to be a large amount. I don't want everybody to see me, counting that kind of money in the bank. Just had to have it ready in an office manager, and I'll come through in there. We'll count it together, and I'll walk out. Fuck you, just going to the regular account with the regular counter with that kind of money. Why would you do that shit? That's what I'm saying. That's some of you people that just want to feel like you've experienced racism. All you people saying that Ryan Coogler is the victim of racism, none of you have never had nothing happen to you in your goddamn life. You grew up around poverty, and you just had a job or whatnot. You never had real racism, because when real racism happens to you, it's life altering, and you won't know what happened. You won't be able to tell what happened to you. Because they either killed you or they did such a cover up on it that you can't really prove it. Ask Ahmaud Arbery. That's real racism. Guys chasing him down in the middle of the street, prosecutor stepping up, protecting the perps. That's real racism. Trayvon Martin. That's real racism. The police allegedly were kind of working with Zimmerman to whatever. And kind of, for what it's worth, told him how to handle the shit. That's real racism. You won't know what happened to you. That shit that happened later that we found out about them. But in the time, you won't know what happened to you. The bank didn't really trust you. That's all. They didn't trust you, Ryan. From what I understand, he had $12 million. I don't know what he had in his account, but going to a bank at $12,000, that's not necessarily, you go into a bank at 9, most banks at 9 in the a.m., that's when the old retirees and people with money, they'll go in there and get that. I've seen it all the time. Myself, I've seen it, people doing that. So therefore, him doing that, I just thought it was some weak sauce by him. He kind of caused his own trouble. He was being an asshole. That's too much covering in a bank. Take off that damn mask when you get up to the window. When you get to the teller, take that off. You know what I'm saying? Some dude who ran for prosecutor around here said, that's been the standard attire for 10. I'm like, man, this ain't no motherfucking opening statement. You ain't in court. This is real life. Think of shit in real life terms. And in real life terms, what he did was just some sucker shit, some suspect shit that got him jammed up. That's all. And if I'm not, see, that's what I'm saying. Somebody told me that the person that called was black. I don't know. They might have been. That don't mean shit. Black people do black people dirty sometimes, and they do shit. But, I'm not saying this girl even did anything dirty. This person did anything dirty. I just think what he did was suspect. And you should have, thought about it as you were going in. Now maybe he just had a lapse in judgment on what he was doing, because this seems so random. I'm not saying he's looking, for his next role or whatnot, doing some research or whatever, but it just seems so random, like 12 grand. I know you made good coin off Black Panther alone, but like, bro, like, it just seems so random of an occurrence. Like, you sure this was racism, or did you just kind of forget what was going on, huh? But I digress. I got action, folks. Let's talk action, all right? It's been, about 10 minutes in this mug. Let's talk a little action. Well, first off, let's do this. I'm going to give you some quick shit. Quick shits, all right? This will be on the podcast as well. Baseball's back, right? Baseball's back. Let's talk about it. I'm going to give you 2 from the AL, 2 from the NL. Okay? AL. Houston Astros. I love Dusty Baker. Chicago White Sox, Tony La Russa. Those 2 managers, they're old as fuck, but they get their teams in the postseason. They know how to manage. And then in the National League, I'm loving Milwaukee. It's about their time. It's about their time. And I'm also liking San Francisco. They just got Carlos Rodon. But the Mets don't, the Mets, I know they got Scherzer and whatnot. And, that's going to be a hell of a top of a pitching pitching staff between DeGrom and Scherzer. But both of them always have late season arm trouble, so I ain't worried about them. Just wait till fucking August, after the All-Star break, when them motherfuckers can't throw no more. And got to skip 2-3 starts at a time because their arm soreness. But yeah, we're going to take, in the American League, Houston and the White Sox, that hell of a lineup they got. And then in the National League, Milwaukee, it's Yelich's time, and San Francisco Giants, all right? That'll be your final 4. You'll take them each to win their respective leagues. And honestly, if I have to take one to win the World Series, I would take the White Sox. I would take the White Sox. All right? But today's action for today, Saturday, March 12th, don't forget, check your clocks tomorrow. Turn your clocks forward, right? We're back. Say like daylight savings time. But on Saturday, here's what you want to take. These are all college games. Oh, I got 5 of them, all right? College Hoop Rock. We're taking Tennessee to lose against Kentucky. Kentucky on the money line. Minus 148 against Tennessee. Okay? I'm taking Kentucky to go to the Final Four. They don't get that first weekend upset, they'll go to the Final Four. Kentucky's good. I like Kentucky. You all know that. Go check the podcast. We've been talking about that past couple weeks. I'm fucking with Kentucky. All right? And also, Villanova versus Creighton. Taking Villanova. Take them -4. The normal spread is -7, and that's plus money, plus 100. I don't know if that was a mistake or what, but jump on that immediately. Plus 100 at -7. They'll probably win by about 4. Villanova's going to be in the final money. They're going to be in the final 8. I'll tell you that now. But yeah, definitely fucking with Kentucky. Who else do I like out there? Izzo, Final Four. We'll talk about that next weekend, all right? Actually, on Thursday morning, we'll talk about that. No, probably Monday, because, yeah, the tournament starts Tuesday. So we got to talk about that on Monday. So there will be a special edition on Monday. All right? And then in the NHL, I got 3 of them for you, okay? Because last night we were, 2-1? We would have been 3-0. We had Washington and Vancouver under 6 goals. It was 2-0 with 8 minutes to go in the second period. Then I go chill for a minute and come back. 4 minutes left in the game, it's 3-3. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I don't know what happened there. Apparently, there was probably I don't even know who won. I was so mad. There probably was a late goal with an unattended goalie, unattended net. But anyway, So yeah, we were 2-1 yesterday. That was the game we lost. We won. SMU beat the fuck out of Tulsa, and we had there was another game that we won in hockey. And I'm trying to think of who it was. Oh, it was it Florida? Was it Florida? It was Florida over that team. Philadelphia. No. It was the Columbus Blue Jackets. We took them plus 1.5 against Minnesota, and they won outright 3-2 in the shootout, right? Right. Now, today's action, okay? Arizona at Boston, NHL. We're going to take Boston minus 1.5. Arizona, like I said, they've been whooping some ass, but Boston don't really play that. They, East Coast team, they going to fight you. You ain't finna pull out that pretty shit with them. They going to beat you. They got that three-headed monster of Marchand, Pasternak, and Patty B, Patrice Bergeron. All right, we're going to take Boston minus 1.5. Okay, second game, Detroit and Calgary. Okay, Detroit Red Wings have been looking well. Red Wings have been looking well of late. Calgary stops all that today. Calgary's going to bust that ass, minus 1.5. All right, you know how Calgary does with Elias Lindholm and Messerschmidt and all those guys. I called Messerschmidt on Florida the other night. I apologize. But yeah, we're going to take Calgary minus 1.5, okay? And the last one, Tampa Bay at Edmonton. You know how much Tampa. Those Florida teams, they play like Florida. They're fast hockey teams, and we're gonna take Tampa Bay on the money line minus 148 at Edmonton. All right. So today's action. Let's recap. All right. College Hoop Rock, Kentucky money line at Tennessee. An SEC tournament against Tennessee. Villanova minus 4 against Creighton. Okay, and then in the NHL, we're going to take Boston minus 1.5 against Arizona, Calgary minus 1.5 against Detroit, and Tampa Bay on the money line at Edmonton, all right? So there you have it. You got plenty of time to get online, get in line, and get to the bag. And you know the show's motto, there's games to be played, there's money to be made. We'll be back tomorrow with more action and to recap today's action. But in the meantime, let's hook up on social media. Okay, Twitter is at Biggie Rothstein, BIGGIEROTHSTEIN. My Instagram, at Fame_Rothstein, FAME_ROTHSTEIN. Okay, the backup page where we pay homage to former HBO commentator for boxing Larry Merchant, at Betting Public, BETTINGPUBLIC. Okay, don't forget my email address, famerothstein@yahoo.com, FAMEROTHSTEIN@yahoo.com. And please like, subscribe, sign up for videos, sign up for notifications on this channel. Okay, the Betting Public Sports Show here on YouTube, all right? There won't be well, this video will be up today. There won't be anything on, what's that called? YouTube, or not YouTube, Instagram today, all right? But, and I did you one already this week, so yeah. But we'll probably have to do a YouTube on Monday, all right, to kind of go deeper into the baseball and talk about the tournament, the NCAA tournament, all right. But there you have it. Let's go get our action in. Let's be safe. Let's be courteous to each other, and we'll be back tomorrow on the podcast, Monday on YouTube, all right. Until then, everybody stay safe. Peace.